Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us on this lovely May afternoon. Travel Bulletin is once again back with another virtual training session, this time again focused on the luxury market. The great news this afternoon is that we're joined by 6 amazing partners. They're all really keen to update you on what their latest news is. So we're going to learn an awful lot today. I'd like to say hello to everyone. So I'm going to welcome them all onto the screen now. We've got Jack Atherton, the Business Development Manager for Virgin Voyages. We've also got Javier Santiago, Director of Sales for Melia Resorts. We've got Shola Thompson, the Account Director in the UK for Saudi Tourism. Let's also meet the Director of Miraggio Thermal Spa Resort, Steve Stewart. Hi also again, long time no see, to Nisa Ford, the Senior Global Sales Manager for Cheval Collection. And last but by certainly no means least, hello to Anna Wells, who's representing the Blue Waters Resort in Antigua and the landings in St. Lucia. Hello everyone, are you all well?
Great, thank you.
Very good, thanks.
Good, fantastic. Okay, so how today is going to run is each of today's suppliers are going to deliver a 10-minute presentation followed by their own individual short Q&A session. If you can submit your questions to each presenter using the Q&A function, not the chat function, use the Q&A function, then that will be great and we'll get through as many questions as we can. Each presenter will also announce their competition prize and question at the end of their training session. So you'll need to enter your answers via the Travel Bulletin website, which comes up as travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. The deadline to win today's prizes will be the 8th of May at 4 p.m. So you've got 3 days to enter. Up today, in terms of prizes, we have champagne, we've got rewards vouchers, we've got hotel stays, and we've also got a fan trip place too. So listen carefully to all the presentations so you've got a really good chance of winning. Okay, thank you very much everyone for joining me to start with. And if those of you who are not Steve, if anyone's not named Steve, then please, would you mind switching off your cameras and muting yourselves, and I'll come back to you in a little bit. Okay, so let's get on with our first presentation. Goodbye to all of you except Steve. So thank you very much for joining us this afternoon, Steve. I don't know you on your resort. Has it been going a long time? Is it relatively new to the UK market?
Yeah, it's a bit of a story there, Simon. As I'll tell people in my presentation, it actually opened in 2016, and I worked with the hotel 2016 and 2017. Then it dropped out of the UK market, and it's now coming back into it. So it's in Halkidiki, and it's a great hotel. I'm looking forward to telling everyone about. Okay,
well, I shall hold you up no longer. I'll leave you to share your screen, do your 10-minute presentation, and I'll come back and join you for the Q&A.
Great stuff. Okay, thank you very much for that, Simon. And good afternoon, everyone. Let's just hope that the presentation starts now. Good, I had a little fumble with that earlier on. So, my name's Steve Stewart. I'm not in Greece, I'm based down in Brighton, but I've been working with Greece and Greek hotels for a number of years now. The hotel I'm going to tell you about today is the Miraggio Thermal Spa Resort, which is situated in Halkidiki. So flights into Thessaloniki, you can fly into Thessaloniki from most sort of regional airports in the UK, with British Airways, Jet2, Ryanair, EasyJet, TUI, all flying into Thessaloniki. It's a relatively short flight time, under 3 hours, and then to get down to the Miraggio Thermal Spa Resort takes about 1 hour and 20. It's on the Cassandra Peninsula, which is the same peninsula as the Sani and Ecos hotels are. And the story with the Miraggio Thermal Spa Resort is it was actually built by Russian oligarchs back in the days when Russian oligarchs were able to do such things. And I started working with the hotel in 2016 when it opened. You can see from this picture here, it's been quite a tremendous project to build the resort hotel. And of course, it comes with its own marina. But oligarchs being oligarchs, they all fell out with each other. The hotel was sold and then sold again, so it dropped out of the UK market. and it's now been picked up by a Bulgarian investor who's had the hotel since 2019. I've come on board since February to help reintroduce the resort to the UK market. So I'm just going to run through this very quickly, tell you some of the key points for the hotel, stuff that you can pass on to your customers. So as you can see, it's a resort. It's just under about 280 rooms in total. The rooms, as you look into the left-hand side here, these are all the standard rooms. Rooms to the right-hand side, these are all the club rooms. So these are the superior rooms, and as you can see, many have a private pool. On a blue flag beach, has its own marina, and actually what is most striking about this hotel is when they were building it, they discovered they actually had thermal waters underneath the hotel, and that allowed them to build this 2-story, 3,000 square metre thermal spa, which really is quite striking. It's quite a spectacular feature of the hotel. So as I said, the hotel comes with 2 different room categories. There's the standard rooms, the Miraggio rooms, 5-star standard, built to very high specification, as you can see from the shot there in the bottom corner. And all the standard rooms, as I said, looking at the shot in the top left-hand corner, all the standard rooms are on the left-hand side, and all the superior Miraggio club rooms are on the right-hand side here. And you can see here in the centre, this is the spa, goes over 2 floors, a la carte Italian there, main half-board restaurant, hotel receptions up there. And this is one of the Miraggio club rooms down here in the bottom corner. And just to tell you a bit more about it, so the Miraggio club rooms, your clients will get a more enhanced experience there. Most of the rooms do have their own private swimming pool, and all the private swimming pools are heated. And there's also one of the main pools is heated as well in the shoulder season. So customers often ask me, travel agents, beg your pardon, often ask me and say, well, what's Halkidiki like, say, in October? And I say, well, to be honest, it's probably very much like the UK is in the height of the summer. You know, it's sort of low 20 degrees, you might get some inclement weather. But because of the fact that the hotel has got heated swimming pools, then the kids are fine. You know, the kids are able to jump out of the water all day long, and everyone's quite happy with it. Customers that stay in the Miraggio club rooms, they do get an enhanced service package. So they've got their own restaurant where they have breakfast, and they've also got their own dedicated concierge, and there is included a complimentary Thalasso circuit experience, plus as well upgraded mattresses, bathroom amenities, and toiletries. So quickly to run through the restaurants for you, standard board basis is bed and breakfast. There is a half board option, and there is also dine around available where customers can get a credit in some of the a la carte restaurants. There's 2 buffet restaurants. The Melia one is the one that's exclusively for the Miraggio club guests. So those that are booking the higher standard rooms, they've got their own specific restaurant just for breakfast, where it's a bit more tranquil. A la carte restaurant choices, you've got Portofino, which is an Italian, some Melia's, which is a wine and steak bar. And then this is my favourite here, which is Torneo, which is the seafood restaurant down beside the marina. And this is really a quintessentially Greek experience, you know, sitting back, relaxing, enjoying the view of the yachts bobbing in the water, glass of white wine, wonderful fish being served to your table. And if any other hotels in Greece, you'd probably have to get in a cab, you'd have to travel to the nearest village, sit down, find a place at the marina, so on and so forth. But when you're staying at the Miraggio Thermal Spa Resort, you can just walk out your front door, straight down to the beach, and then enjoy the fish restaurant here in front of the marina. Other options as well, there are eight restaurants in total. So you've also got a sushi bar, the pool bar, and also a beach mezzi restaurant as well. 5 bars scattered throughout the resort. And also now to tell you a bit more about the actual spa itself. So it's a 3,000 square metre thermal spa. So you can see here, there's just some sun loungers, sunken sun loungers here, and this next shot shows it in a bit more detail. So these sun loungers, you can lie on them, press the button there just behind you, and then you get this needle jets massaging you into your back. So you can be sitting back there on the sun lounger, relaxing. You've got your obviously healthy cocktail in one hand, sun's beating down on you, looking out to the sea, and then the next peninsula in the distance, you know. So it really is quite a unique proposition. It really is quite a unique experience, really, certainly for a hotel in Greece. So as I said, the spa is over 2 floors. On the upper floor, which is where the outdoor pool bit is, That's the upper floor, and then on the lower floor tends to be where most of the wellness facilities are. So this would be things like there's a hydrotherapy pool, there's massage rooms, hammam, sauna, all that sort of stuff. And this shot here just shows you the reception area for the spa. Up in with that, there is also a hairdresser's and a nail bar, and that's the level which the exterior pools are. And then walk downstairs here to sort of the wellness suite. So as well, any of the customers that book you the Miraggio club rooms, the superior rooms, it is included with them one 60-minute thalassotherapy package during their stay. So it's a great chance for them to explore what's on offer there within the spa area. Now for children, we've got the Miraggio Kids Planet, and as you can see here, it's themed by Madagascar characters from that famous film series. The area for the Kids Planet is just at the entrance, the reception to the hotel, and it is free. The Kids Club is free for all children up to from 5 to 12 years old. For those between 6 months and 4 years old, there is a small fee to pay for that, which is upon, it has to be booked on a request basis. And within the Kids Planet as well, there is also a Kids Planet Cafe. So you can imagine here all major food groups are catered for. So you've got pizza, chicken nuggets, chips, and heaven forbid there may even be a vegetable lurking in there, someplace in the distance. But with kids, you know, you go into 5-star hotels, some parents are right a bit worried, say, well, what will my kids eat? You know, will there be enough stuff there? With the Kids Planet Cafe, then rest assured there will be something there for all the little ones. Other services and facilities on offer in the hotel. You've got a range of sport experiences. There is obviously archery, beach volleyball, diving, gymnasium. There are also 2 tennis courts, and there is a tennis coach who is a former Serbian pro, Mr. Tipsarevic, and tennis lessons and that can be arranged for you there. And then if you've got any clients that like to go sailing when they're there, then of course they can berth their yachts at the marina. And there are also as well options to hire one of the yachts to go on excursions and to sail around, you know, the beaches of the Halkidiki Peninsulas, which, I mean, it's really quite a stunning area. You know, it's a very, very green part of Greece up there, you know, with lots of beautiful white sandy beaches there. As I said, the Miraggio Thermal Spa Resort is on its own blue flag beach. And just to recap there for you, with the whole resort, standard rooms are here to the left-hand side, superior rooms are on the right-hand side. These are the Miraggio club rooms. It's got its own marina, 8 restaurants, 5 bars, Madagascar-themed children's club, flights into Thessaloniki Airport, so very easy to get there from most parts of the UK. And then the nearest village is about 10 minutes away in a taxi. And for our travel trade partners, you can see, if you can, write down that link there to the sales manual. Full details are on there for any questions that you may have. And for those of you who wish to book with our tour operator partners, the Miraggio is on sale with both Olympic Holidays and Travel Pack. And there are some special offers available there for May just now, including room category upgrades. So that was me. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you found that of interest. And if there are any questions, please fire away.
Fantastic, Steve. Your timing is immaculate, I have to say, which is, now and forevermore, you will go first as an example to people.
Thank you very much.
That was absolutely fantastic. On the money, by literally down to the last second. So anyway, I'm wasting your time now. So you've answered the question. A few people have asked. Daryl Glean, amongst others, have asked which tour operators you use. So you've already covered that. So that's great. I've got Sandra Louise Lambert and Emma Savage have both asked. I know you said about the restaurant looking like, you know, it's beautiful down by the marina and everything else. Are there any other places that people can walk to in terms of villages or other local sort of areas there where they can get more of a flavour of something more, well, not more authentic, but you know what I mean? Yeah,
sure. No, to be honest, Simon, because as I said, it was a huge investment by the Russians that built the resort. It's on 15 hectares of land, so you really have to get a taxi to get up and out of the village, out of the resort and up. I mean, you could walk it. It'd probably take you about 20-25 minutes, you know, to get to the nearest resort, which is Pagliori. So yeah, I'd recommend getting a taxi to do it. It's much easier.
I would suggest, like all things, walk there, taxi back. But yeah. But yes, okay. And I've got one more question for you. Elaine Merrick asks, in terms of the spa, obviously the quite often there's sort of 60-minute passes or whatever. Is there an option for a day pass? Do you offer anything like that? You
have to pay for those things, yeah. So generally what happens is people will then pre-book the treatments, whether it's a massage or facial, so on and so forth, then they have access to the spa. But yes, you can do day passes as well. But
okay, one last one, because it's only a very, very quick one. I've just had a couple of people have asked, transfer times from Thessaloniki Airport, what sort of time are we looking at?
I would say 1 hour 20. I'd say 1 hour 20. So it's a little bit further down in the Sani. I mean, you follow the same road down to get the same motorway down from Thessaloniki, and then you cut off as you're going down the road to your right-hand side to get to Sani, and you just carry on a bit further down to get to Pagliori into the Miraggio Thermal Spa Resort.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Steve. That's the end of that sort of Q&A for you. Thank you very much for your presentation.
No worries. Was I supposed to ask my question, Simon?
You've got, that's what I was going to say. To round off, can you please share with us, don't worry, I will get there. Can you please share with us your competition prize? Let us know what that is, and also your question. Agents, get your pens and pads ready, as you'll need to enter via the Travel Bulletin website at travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. Tell us what you've got, Steve.
All right, thanks, Simon. Okay, so the prize is 1 5-night stay for 2 people on bed and breakfast basis in a standard garden view room. Okay, now the question is, the characters from which film series are found in the Kids Planet at the Miraggio Thermal Spa Resort? Okay, the characters from which film series are found in the Kids Planet at the Miraggio Thermal Spa Resort?
We saw it earlier. We saw it in your presentation. I remember seeing it. So I'm sure everyone's got it. Please don't go mad and do it on chat. Remember, you do it on our website after the event. So thank you very much, Steve, for that. That's a really great training session. Hope to see you again at another time. And we'll join. Hopefully you're able to join us at the end to say goodbye to everyone.
Okay. Thanks, Simon. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Cheers, Steve. Right. Okay. It's now time to welcome back our second presenter. This is Nisa from the Cheval Collection. Nisa, are you there?
I am, but hold on, sorry, we did this at the rehearsals, didn't we? My background has disappeared somehow. Can you see me now? Yes.
We can see you. You look as though you've got a lovely black and white poster behind you.
Yeah, I do actually. That's one of the Chelsea sort of leg streets where one of our properties years ago. So we've got various photos of various areas of our properties.
Well, that's good. You're here. That's the main thing. We got you, and you're in situ. It's been a long time. I don't know how long. It has been a long time though. So good to see you back. What have you been up to? Has it been for the last sort of year or so since I've seen you last? Have you been busy? Is everything getting back to normal?
Yeah, I mean, mega busy now, but then again, we've never stopped being busy either during the pandemic. Even it was quite, we're fortunate enough to be trading and being busy. So that's partially due because the collections functions on short as well as a long stay. So lots of other business that we've experienced over the course of a couple of years, but definitely the properties are definitely back into full swings. Of the corporate market has picked up as well as of the leisure. I mean, never went away anyway. So yeah, all good.
It sounds a very positive story, which is more than many of our suppliers have. So that's good news for you. Okay, yeah. I will leave you to it. So please share your screen, and I will see you in 10 minutes.
I'll see you soon. Right, so. Hi everyone, and a very warm welcome to Cheval Collection. My name is Nisa, and I'm delighted to be presenting 3 of our flagship properties in London and Edinburgh. We start with Cheval 3 Keys and move on to Cheval the Edinburgh Grand, and we finish off with Lexham Garden, which is our second brand by Cheval Maison. And just to give you a little bit of a background of who we are a collection of luxury service apartment providers in the heart of the city with 40 years of experience in the accommodation sector. Cheval Collection has evolved organically over the years, which with 8 Cheval residences and 1 Maison in London. And since July 2020, we added 3 residences in Edinburgh. So in total, the collection operates over 675 apartments in the 2 cities. In terms of how we function, we're pretty much just like a hotel. You can book us from 1 night stay up to 1 year, 5 years. We have daily housekeeping, everything as usual. The only difference between us and a hotel is that we in our London residences, we don't have the F&B on site. However, we're so uniquely positioned within all the major city attractions, where we've got all the restaurants and bars all within the proximity of the building. So it's literally a stone throw away from the properties. All of our apartments are available to book, as I said, from 1 night stay. We offer luxury amenities such as bathrobes, slippers, toiletries, hair dryers. Every apartment has got its own Nespresso machine and all air conditioned and fully equipped with high-end kitchen, including washer, dryer, dishwasher. So ideal for short-term luxury leisure break, but as well as business and multi-generational families. The guests will receive a welcome hamper on arrival, and that can be tailor-made according to the stay. So the longer stay, the bigger the hamper. So that will give them the sort of like kickstart for the stay. We will start off with our first property, which is Cheval 3 Keys. Now this residence is superbly located next to the Tower of London, Tower Bridge, and London's financial district, and it's in line with River Thames. There are 159 apartments in total, and they range from open plan studio to 1 2-bedroom with a sofa bed and 3-bedroom interconnecting apartments, to a 4-bed penthouse with a private roof terrace and some, as you can see from some of the views, some breathtaking views over London's iconic landmarks, which you can see over here. Now, these spacious apartments are pretty much luxuriously designed, and just to give you an idea, our smallest 1-bedroom apartment starts around 550 square feet, which is about 55 square meter. With regards to bed configurations and how that works, the primary bedroom has a king bed, and the other bedrooms can be made of a twin or a double. As you can see here, the little creatures are so welcome. We are pet friendly and also family and kids friendly. The kids will receive a welcome hamper on arrival as well. Now, all the apartments on the balcony, which on the river view, they have a terrace or a balcony, so guests can enjoy landmark views of Tower Bridge, City Hall and the Shard whilst they're eating breakfast outside. And for further convenience, on the ground floor of the building, we do have a Copper Club, which is a restaurant and a bar, and pret-a-manger, pour patisserie, so guests can literally walk out and get their food and coffee. There's also a 24-hour gym on site on the ground floor as well. And that's a picture of the Copper Club that we've got literally in front of the building, in front of the river. Now, our second property, we'll hop on up north to the beautiful Scotland, is the Cheval Edinburgh Grand. This property is situated on St. Andrew's Square in the city's Newtown area, and it used to be the former National Bank of Scotland. The well-known building has been beautifully renovated, and it houses about 50 fully equipped service apartments. That is one of the, probably in the lobby area and the staircase, which is one of the most renowned and famous staircases in Europe. Each apartment again incorporates the building historic roots with sleek contemporary design, and the interior decor has been quite delicately chosen to enhance the authentic features of the bank, including the dark wood paneling and fireplaces, the brass door handles to the decorative cornicing. It is literally a short walk from the city's main rail station, the Waverley, and well placed for shopping and dining out. It is also, the ideal spot for to stay and go up north to the Highlands. And it is discover the past and the present of Scotland's vibrant city, really. On the rooftop, as you can see, we've got the beautiful penthouse, which overlooks the famous Balmoral clock, and the cathedral is literally a short 5-minute walk from the property. There in the Edinburgh Collection, we do have food and beverage on site. So we have got 3 restaurants and bars which are situated on the ground floor as well as 4th floor. So this is the Register Club, which is on the 4th floor of the building. We serve breakfast here as well as afternoon teas. Lady Libertine, again, cocktails, whiskey to light meals and afternoon teas. And finally, on the main banking hall of the building, we've got the Hawksmoor, which is the famous steak and fish restaurant. And again, as you can see, very well in keeping within the features of the bank. Last but not least, we move on to our property, which is the Cheval Collection Garden, or Collection Garden by Cheval Maison, actually. This property is in the heart of Kensington from the Victoria era, and it was designed by 2 different architects between 1870s and 1885. Collection Garden is located in a quiet residential area of Kensington. It's very close to the High Street, Kensington, and Gloucester Road is about a 15-minute walk from Hyde Park and Kensington Palace. There are lots of high-end restaurants and shops nearby. We have the Ivy, which is just a 5-minute drive from here, and pretty close to the iconic Freddie Mercury house too. This stylish property features about 30 beautifully designed 1- and 2-bedroom apartments, and it's spread over 6 floors. Each apartment is again kitted out with luxurious furnishing and features one. What we have done here is we've got 3 very creative themes in a nod of a quintessentially British feel of the local area. So the first one, as you can see here, is the British Racing Green. Again, is meant to really bring out anything that's got to do with the racing tracks, from the carpet to how the decor is being set. So that's the first theme. The second theme is the vibrant or the glamorous royal red. It does literally what it says. It's red, it's vibrant, and it's to live like a royalty. And last but not least, we've got the cool, neutral equestrian, which again is meant to mimic anything that's got to do with the horses and the horse riding. Now, the apartments have fully equipped kitchens again and high-end appliances, as well as luxuries to enhance your stay. Why do customers book Cheval? As throughout the presentation, we've got 24-hour concierge service and security. We're pet friendly. We have a reservation team that is open 7 days a week. All of our properties have got an on-site gym, or if they don't, there will be a local gym that we are affiliated to that guests can use. Family friendly and daily housekeeping. In terms of our communication, we really highly recommend all the guests to download the app where they can do live messaging with the team on site. We also have live tours of the rooms and the appliances, the local tourist area, where to go, where to eat, all the dining options, etc. We also have a night room service available where they can deliver all from your local favorite restaurants to the door, and also bespoke experience in the apartment through hometainment, where you can invite private chefs to come to there and to the apartment. They can cook, clean after themselves, and off they go. Or any kind of like other entertainment in terms of music, or whether at birthday parties, we are linked up with various companies that they can come and pretty much entertain our guests for the night. That is pretty much from me, Simon, on the whole collection. So back to you.
Okay, well, it's back to you again, actually, but only with a couple of questions for you. I've got Kirsty asks, in terms of Edinburgh, and I know this is going to be, this is always the case with city centre properties, unfortunately. What's the situation? Is there anything that you've got parking wise?
No, but we have a parking. Short and easy answer is no. We have got about 3 or 4 properties in London that all have car park on site, but the Edinburgh Collection, we don't have a parking on site. However, we are literally short 5-minute walk, and I say that because I stayed there in February myself and I did the whole experience for a week. It is a short 5-minute walk to the car park, and the guests will receive a 20% discount off the car park as well.
Okay, so they may not be on site, but the fact is it's only 5 minutes walk away and they get a discount anyway. Okay. One other thing, one with regards to the collection, 40 years old. So
I know.
What's that all about? Did one person just start with an apartment, or what happened?
Well, we're celebrating, like you said, the 40 years of luxury and style and exceptional service, really. But the story of Cheval literally began in the vibrant cities of Knightsbridge, which we acquired our first property in 1982 in Cheval Place, which is a very quaint, quiet street in the heart of Kensington, set back off from Brompton Road. And it used to be where the knights used to, the stables for the horses for the knights. And that's where the name comes from, cheval, in terms of the French word for horses.
Okay, so it dates back with a little bit of a French twist into it as well.
Yeah. So that's
okay. Well, that's fantastic. Thank you very much again. It's good to see you. Please tell us about your prize. Thank you for that. Tell us about your prize and your competition question for that prize.
Sure. So early on in the competition, in the presentation, I talk about a property, and I want to know whether you can remember and name all the 3 creative themes each apartment at Cheval Collection Garden is kitted out with.
Wow. So this is not necessarily their colours, but the themes or whatever.
The themes, yes, the theme,
okay.
Creative themes each apartment at Collection Garden is kitted out with. Price is a 1-night stay, Simon, at any of Cheval properties, whether in London or Edinburgh.
Fantastic. So that's a 1-night stay for 2 people at any Cheval property in London or Edinburgh, parking or otherwise, with all you have to do is go to our website, travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. And the question is, name all 3 creative themes for each apartment at the Cheval Collection Gardens. That's right, isn't it? Okay, great. Thank you ever so much, Nisa. We'll join you again at the end. I'm going to, if I now join my next presenter, so if you wouldn't mind turning off your video and your sound. Okay, our next presenter is, our third presenter is Anna Wells, who will be talking to us about the landings and the Blue Waters Resort. Anna, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I've got a slight problem with my screen. My screen has gone, that's it. And now I'm fine. And now I'm back normal. I can see you now. Sorry, right. I was totally, all I could see was me, which is not great for me. But anyway, so good to have you with us. Thank you for joining us today. Have you got, are you having a nice sunny one where you are? Because it's beautiful where I am.
Yeah, it's kind of sunny. Not as sunny as it probably is in Antigua and St. Lucia, though.
Oh, good. I like that. Right. Okay. On that note, I will leave you to it. I will leave you to tell us all about both your wonderful properties.
Thank you, Simon. Right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the beautiful islands of Antigua and St. Lucia. I'm going to start off talking about the wonderful luxury resort of Blue Waters Resort and Spa. So Blue Waters Resort and Spa is set on the north coast of Antigua. It's just 15 minutes from Antigua VC Bird Airport. So it's a very short transfer from the time that you land to the time that you get to the hotel. You can do this within 1 hour, so it's really quick. We're set in a really spacious resort, 17 acres of lush tropical gardens. So even when the resort is completely full, you never feel like the resort is full. There's so many different hideouts, 3 beach coves. And we've also got 7 wonderful ocean view swimming pools. So you can see here we've got an adults only pool with double day beds. We've got a beach pool, and we've got the wonderful Veronica's pool there in the middle as well. There's a further 4 swimming pools that are exclusive for our Cove Suite guests, which I'll move on to as well. So we have 83 rooms, suites and villas. We're not a huge resort, but we've got a really great range of accommodation. And we start with our deluxe beachfront rooms. We have 48 of those. And a lot of these rooms do interconnect as well. So they're perfect for families traveling of up to 6. They're all ocean facing and steps down to the beach there as well, all renovated back in 2017 and 2018. Then just a short 5-minute stroll from the main resort, we've got the wonderful Cove Suites. So these are our flagship. We have 24 Cove Suites, 4 3-bedroom penthouses at the top. And the Cove Suites are housed in Cove villas of 6 Cove Suites and a wonderful 3-bedroom penthouse at the top. They're luxurious, they're spacious, 750 square foot. They'll sleep up to 2 adults and 2 children, or up to 3 adults there as well. And you benefit from the exclusive Cove Suite pools and Cove Concierge service, which is a WhatsApp service there. As I mentioned, we've got the wonderful 3-bedroom Cove penthouses. So for larger families, multi-generational families, these will sleep up to 10, all with ensuite bathrooms and wonderful panoramic views of the ocean there from the top. We've just had the Royals come to Blue Waters with Sophie and Edward visiting and staying in one of our penthouses for the day and enjoying lunch with us. So then we have the wonderful villa collection, again, perfect for those larger families. We have the 3 or 6 bedroom Pelican House. The 6-bedroom Pelican House will take up to 18 guests in that villa. We have the Turtle Cottage, which is a 4-bedroom villa, which will sleep up to 12. And then we have the wonderful Rock Cottage set on its own headland, up to 5 bedrooms there, will sleep up to 10. It's got its own commercial kitchen. We can organise private chefs within all of our villas. All of our villas also include concierge service and private resort transfers as well. We have amazing dining at Blue Waters. We have a choice of 3 restaurants with the Palm all-day dining restaurant. We also have the Cove restaurant, which is voted one of the most romantic restaurants in Antigua. It's open for dinner on most nights of the week. We do guarantee 2 dining venues open on every day, with the exception of barbecue day, which is normally on a Saturday. It's a fully a la carte dining experience at Blue Waters as well. We have 2 meal plans. We have a bed and breakfast meal plan or all-inclusive. The majority of our guests do stay on all-inclusive. It is a fantastic program. It includes all meals, it includes drinks, including premium brands. It includes cocktails, wines, and beers, and it includes a daily restocked mini bar there as well. We do also have a pool and beach food service, so you really don't need to leave your sun lounger to go and get service for food or drinks throughout the day. And then in terms of service, we really are known for our laid-back luxury service. We get absolutely incredible TripAdvisor reviews, and that's why we have a high repeat guest ratio. Guests come back again and again. They absolutely love our team. They're enthusiastic, they're happy. They will know our guests by name within a couple of days of you arriving as well. And most activities are included at Blue Waters as well. We include aqua, we include yoga, Pilates, kickboxing. We have a full service gym with Cybex equipment, which was all renewed back in 2019. And we have an amazing clifftop spa, and it's got a treatments by ELA and LMS, and we do include a couples treatment room up there as well. There's 4 treatment rooms. We do have the infinity spa pool there as well. It's a perfect resort for families. As I mentioned, we've got a variety of accommodations right the way up to our 6-bedroom villas. And we do also have a fantastic kids activity program open from Monday to Friday all year round for ages 5 and over. It's complimentary, and those with smaller children as well, we can also offer a babysitting and a nanny service. We actually had a lot of children in over Easter, and our team run by Ainsley, she had an amazing following of children throughout their stay. My kids didn't want to leave when they went, so it really is a fantastic facility we've got there at Blue Waters. And I'll just show you a short video. there we go, a short review of Blue Waters. So now moving on to the wonderful island of St. Lucia and the luxury landings, resort and spa. So again, in an absolutely fantastic location set on the north of St. Lucia. It's about a 90-minute transfer from Hohenora Airport, or just a short 20-minute transfer if you take the helicopter, which I would highly recommend. It's in a great location for all of the activities around the island, from zip wiring to off-road buggying to the Pigeon Island National Park, which is definitely worth a visit close by as well. We've got fantastic facilities with lots of beaches and pools. So set in 19 acres, 800 feet of white sand beach. It is one of the best beaches on St. Lucia, with white sand, turquoise waters, and it's very calm for swimming there as well. We do also benefit from a private luxury yacht marina. So any excursions that you want to go on, a lot of them will actually pick you up from the beach, from the marina itself. We've also got 4 pools, 2 hot tubs, and there's also a kids pool there, which is shallow, very safe for swimming as well. And we do also have beach ambassadors, which will cater to every need. So they'll come up and down the beaches, at the pools, so really with snacks and drinks throughout the day. We have 85 spacious villa suites. So even though it's set in 19 acres, it never feels like it's very crowded at all, just a small resort of 85 suites. They've all got views of the water. So whether you've got a marina, ocean or beachfront view, they are fantastic water views. They're from 950 square feet. So this is our lead-in villa suite product at the resort. So they're huge and very, very spacious, and right the way up to our 3-bedroom grand villa, which is 2,300 square foot. As you can see, really contemporary, gorgeous views of the water there, beautiful bathrooms, and all bedrooms have ensuite facilities there as well. So perfect for those larger families traveling as well, with a 3-bedroom taking up to 7 guests. And really spacious balconies. All of our rooms can actually have private chefs within the rooms as well. So you can see you've got a really nice dining facility on the balconies there as well. And also some of our villa suites do come with plunge pools. I would say perfect for honeymooners, perfect for families. It's a really great addition to the villa suites. We've got fantastic dining and entertainment with 3 restaurants and 2 bars. We have the all-day beach club there, which is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner. We have Callaloo restaurant set out there on the beach, and that's open for lunch daily and a la carte menu. And then we also have the Palms restaurant, which is our high-end indoor and outdoor dining set by the marina. So really lovely views over the marina there. We also have a coffee shop, which is one of the few things that if guests do come on all-inclusive isn't included. It's a great addition to the resort, with pastries, smoothies, coffees there, specialty coffees. And we do also offer early dining options for those traveling with children from 6 p.m. Plenty of activities going on, from motorized to non-motorized water sports, including glass bottom kayaks, paddleboards, sailboats. We also offer tuition at a fee there as well. We've got a state-of-the-art fitness center with brand new equipment, and we've also got an outdoor gym, perfect for those that don't feel comfortable using an indoor facility during COVID. We have a daily activities program, again, aqua, yoga, Pilates, kickboxing, and we're actually going to be adding to this as the year goes on. So we're really going to have a comprehensive fitness program. And we've got a luxurious 7,000 square foot spa. It's really stunning, with 6 treatment rooms, a couples treatment room there overlooking the marina. And we also have hydrotherapy. And we've got a really unique product in women's health. We're really focusing on women's health and women's health products over this coming year as well. Families, we don't forget families. We've got really spacious villa suites, as I said, up to 3-bedroom, which will sleep up to 7 guests. We have a complimentary kids club for ages 4 to 12. That's run by Aunt Kathy. She's absolutely fantastic. Lots of different activities outside and inside the kids club, from picnics to just beach trips and indoor activities as well, from arts and crafts. We have babysitting services for those with smaller children, or purely if you just want to go out and dine without the kids. And lots of different adventure outings and activities close by, as I mentioned previously. We have 2 meal plans. We have bed and breakfast and all-inclusive. Traditionally, most of our guests have gone bed and breakfast because we've got Rodney Bay close by. It's just a 5-minute taxi ride to Rodney Bay with its bars, shops and restaurants. But we've seen a much more increase in all-inclusive recently. If guests want to know that everything's included there. So it includes all meals, includes dining in all 3 of our restaurants, kids menus, we have beach and poolside snacks throughout the day, and our unlimited deluxe beverages, which again includes some premium brands and wines and beers by the glass as well. Just a short video of that. And lastly, we are part of My Booking Rewards. So both resorts, Blue Waters and Landings, are part of this. So please do go on and sign up for our programs where you can earn rewards for your bookings as well. And that's where I'll be giving our prize from today. And so that's everything from me. Back over to you, Simon.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And I'm okay. Again, I've got this thing where I can only, I don't know what's wrong with my thing. It just, I can see only one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. I noticed you had a quick gin and tonic halfway through, which is always nice. I have to say two things. Number one, you were fantastic timing wise, so thank you for that. Everyone has been so far, but that's really hard when you've got two properties to run through. I realize that. And also you managed to speak at speed and clearly as well, which is
good.
No, it's really something to be it takes a lot of effort, that does. So please, if you have questions for Anna, then please do fire them in via the chat. So we will pass them on to her, because she's used her time quite understandably with regards to getting the presentations out there. To round off, please tell us about your competition prize and your question.
Yeah, we have a £50 cash reward through My Booking Rewards. And the question is, how many bedrooms does the largest villa suite have at the Landings?
Okay, so reiterate, it's a £50 cash reward through My Booking Rewards. How many bedrooms does the largest villa suite accommodation at the Landings Resort and Spa? How many bedrooms does it have? Okay, wonderful. Thank you for that, Anna. We'll see you again at the end. Okay, it's now time to meet our next presenter, which is Jack from Virgin Voyages. Jack, are you with me?
That's what you want to hear. You don't want to go for that too much silence there, do you? So
yeah, just leave me hanging there with tumbleweed throwing past me. But yes, no, that's great. Good to see you. Are you well?
Yeah, good, thank you. Busy times at the moment. Trying to.
No, I know you've got to be up to sunny Newbury, so I'll leave you in peace. You get your presentation out there, and I'll see you in 10.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Can you see in my screen? Okay, yeah, I'm sure you can. I'll just move.
We can see you.
Excellent. Right, I'm just going to start off with our TV advert, everyone. So, welcome. I'm Jack from Virgin Voyages. I'll go through quickly and play our TV advert. Hopefully, some of you may have seen it, but this is what it's like to set sail the Virgin way.
I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through like a virgin, touched for the very first time, like a virgin, when your heart beats next to mine.
Perfect. Oh, here we go. Right, so we have 4 ships that we've named so far, but only 2 of them are actually in service. So we have Scarlet Lady, which is our first ship, which launched last year. She heads out of our hub in Miami, where we've just launched our very own terminal, which is called Terminal V. It hosts the world's largest Virgin sign anywhere in the world. So it's a fun fact for you there. But she does all of our Miami Caribbean itineraries. Some of them sort of range between 4 nights up to 8 nights. And Valiant Lady is our second brand new ship, who is actually now on her way down to Barcelona after finishing her UK season over here since March. She will be heading and doing the round trip Irresistible Med and calling into places such as Ibiza and the south of France and Italy. So some really beautiful itineraries there. And we have, excitingly, Resilient Lady and Brilliant Lady joining us. So Resilient Lady is, I'm told, now pretty much all up to speed. She has been built. She's doing her tests in the water. She'll be joining us in August, and she'll be covering off some beautiful Greek island itineraries, calling into places like Santorini, Mykonos, where she'll spend an overnight in port, Corfu, also down to Dubrovnik as well. And Brilliant Lady is our 4th ship, which will be launching in Q4 next year. So there's no rest for the wicked here at Virgin Voyages. We're pumping ships out like a bus service. So it's a really exciting time to be involved and to start learning about us. So, it's a really good time to be, on board with us as well there. So We always say that we wrap up over $600 worth of value included in the voyage fare. So I'll skip through some of this. So adult by design is the concept of Virgin Voyages. So when we first thought about a product, we didn't want to just build ships and then think about the entertainment afterwards. The actual whole end-to-end journey, I guess, from the minute we even sort of produced plans was to make it all about adults, from having hammocks on every balconies to having adult size playground outside with a catamaran there at the back of the ship. We have a purely adult product where our entertainment, goes right into the night, and people can have sort of parties right up and into early hours. Some of those would actually restrict you if you had children on board. So it's a bit of an adult playground and a real fun place where people can come and roam free and unleash their inner child. Tips are all included with us, so there's no added extra charges for drinks. There's no gratuities on board, so we pay our crew a fair wage on board. So they're not there to sort of nickel and dime you. They are actually there to make sure you're having a great time. We encourage our crew massively to get involved in the entertainment programs that's going on, and that's one of our biggest USPs, is how fantastic our crew are. They don't have to they can show their tattoos, so they can show their own personalities on board. They don't have to sort of always wear the same uniforms as each other. They're really encouraged to be themselves, and that is a real big good bit of feedback that we always do receive. Our food is probably, aside from our crew, our biggest USP, because we've done things a little bit differently at Virgin Voyages to the traditional cruising element of dining. So we've gotten away with buffets, we've done away from main dining restaurants, and we actually have a choice of 6 a la carte restaurants at no extra charge. And that's a different experience in every single one, from a Korean barbecue to a steak and seafood restaurant, or to my favorite, which is extra virgin. We also have one called Razzle Dazzle, which is a vegan forward restaurant. However, if you are a vegan and you want to go with someone that isn't vegan, there is a naughty menu which features things like fried chicken and steak, so you can still get the best of both worlds. But our food is all cooked fresh to order in those a la carte restaurants, which is a very unique thing for a cruise line, because actually a lot of it is usually prepared in the daytime. But actually, all food cooked to order is definitely a good thing for us, which also means there's a lot less food waste. So our food is definitely one thing that is really setting us apart. And if you look at some of the reviews, definitely food, and I know there's people on here that have experienced our product and they can probably vouch for the food on board. All Wi-Fi is included, so that means we've got a very Instagrammable product. People have told me before. My favorite spot to get a picture on board is our nightclub called the Manor. It's nice and sparkly. There's it looks a little bit like lots of mirrors when you go in. It's quite a hard place to navigate when you first go in, but it's certainly one for those to get uploaded onto Instagram and things. So that's a really good thing. So you can basically contact your friends and family wherever you are on board, anywhere in the world. Group workouts is another big thing that we include. My favorite one here is one called VHS Workout, which is a bit of an 80s style themed dance class, where you can imagine all of the neon leg warmers and wristbands. You're getting people up, people dress up for it. It's a really fun, energetic class. People soon put their drinks down because they realize actually they're in for a bit of a workout here. But we include all HIIT classes, all gym facilities, anything to do with the wellbeing classes are all included on board. So it's a really nice feature about Virgin Voyages. It's not all about party. We're just as much about retox as we are detox on board, and all soft drinks are included as well. So for those that don't drink too much, we don't force that I guess all-inclusive product onto people. So you just pay as you go with drinks, but all soft drinks are included. But one thing I really want to talk about in terms of how we've made our product appeal to the luxury market is our Rockstar quarters and our Mega Rockstar quarters. And so this video here showcases our massive suite. It's the biggest suite on board. It's the most premium, most prestigious cabin that we have. It occupies the most amount of square footage. And it's kind of right at the front of the ship, above the bridge. So you get the best views from your balcony, which you'll see in a second, which is just huge. That's the guitar room there, which turns into a second bedroom. So there's plenty of room for relaxing. You get your own private lounge, your own private terrace. But there's plenty of space, as you'll see here, for entertaining others. There's a staircase up onto the table outside. Because when Richard Branson came to sign the ship off, he said, if we are in our top suite on board, you should be able to dance on the table. So that's something that he wanted to make sure that was included. But as you can see here, the sort of the marble element of things. It's a really high-end feel. We include so much in the Mega Rockstar and the Rockstar quarters. So I'll just show you a few things here. So with the Rockstar quarters, you get early booking access. You get access to Richard's Rooftop, which is a private deck for everybody in a suite or a Rockstar quarter. You get Rockstar agents, and you also get select beverages where there's a fully stocked minibar. So that's the sort of the, I guess, entry level for all of our suites. And when you get into a Mega Rockstar, you really do live the high life. So you get all of the things that were included before, but it's the most exclusive, our top tier element of living on board. You get everything as before, as I mentioned, but you get daily spa access on here. You get a daily bar tab to spend around the drink. So pretty much most of your drinks are always covered. You get premium Wi-Fi, and you get the unlimited bottomless bar as well. So there's a lot more, of course, along with the fantastic suites that we do offer on board. So for those people that are looking for, a honeymoon or have the abilities to splash out, our Rockstar Living quarters are certainly one to consider, because they do really add that other element on top of our fantastic cabins that we have. All of our cabins are very technical, so they're all controlled via an iPad. So you can open your curtains from the comfort of your own room on your own bed. You can order your room service, which is called Ship Eats. You can set the mood lighting in your room or put it into cinema mode if you're watching a film, and all of the lights adjust to the mood that you want. You can also, in the suites, you get your own turntable and speaker system, so you can really host a party and to the friends that you might meet or go on board with. Our ships go to some fantastic places. Some key ones I've already mentioned earlier on. So we sail to the Mediterranean, the Caribbean. We've got transatlantics and repositionings, as we've got some really exciting itineraries coming up soon down to Australia and New Zealand. So we will be, Resilient Lady will be heading down there next year, and she'll be home porting out of Melbourne and Auckland. So that's some really exciting new destinations that we can occupy with the fantastic ships that we've got. And we have just partnered with a big agent rewards at Travel Gossip. So this is something that we're giving back to you as a trade team. So it's called First Mate Rewards. So on top of the commission that we pay, which I'll get into in a sec, you can earn £25 at the moment per booking for every booking that you make. So you can scan that QR code in the top left, or head to firstmaterewards.com. And then it's simple. You make a sign in, you log in, and then once you've activated your email, you will need to just join the Virgin Voyages program. If you have any questions on that, please feel free to reach out to me afterwards, but it's a great way for you to earn more money on top of the bookings that you make with us. So we pay a 16% commission, and we also pay you a 10% commission on anything that you pre-book through like shore excursions or through the bar tab, which can be pre-purchased. So it's all about giving back to you. And Sea Academy is our training program. So for those of you that would like to join us on our new ships, on Resilient Lady, on Brilliant Lady, we will ask that you would be a minimum of a gold tier member. So you work your way through the modules, and you get not only confidence to sail by learning more about the product and the places that we visit, and the way in which we're trying to be as sustainable as possible as a brand. Once you get through to gold tier, you get $150 of sailor loot to spend yourself when you come on board. Silver tier, you get access to exclusive first mate rates. And when you get to gold tier as well, you get, priority access or first dibs on any of our fam trips. So it really does pay to invest some time going through what we've got to offer, because I could sit here all day and talk about the product. I know we've only got 10 minutes. And the best way to learn more about Virgin Voyages, if you haven't done so already, is to work your way through Sea Academy, which is all hosted on firstmates.com. And that is a bit of a whistle-stop tour. I'm not quite sure if I'm on time or not, but I'm ready for some questions if anybody's got them.
Okay, fantastic. I can't see myself now. Can you hear me? Right. Okay, great. Jack, thank you for that. You've gone very slightly over, but we won't get picky about it, because you've had lots to do, so that's great. That's no problem. I've got a couple of things, a couple of quick questions, if I can do. From Daryl Glean, he asks, do you need to book the restaurants before you go on board, or how does it work?
So you can, so everyone gets access to the Virgin Voyages app. So you can pre-book them before if you want to. You can connect with your friends that you're traveling to and link your account so you can book restaurants together. Or there is always a percentage held back on board so that you can, just like any on normal holiday, you can go up to the restaurants and decide, actually, this is where I fancy eating tonight. And they'll usually do their best to get you in, no problem.
Okay. One other thing, I know you mentioned one specific restaurant that's got a bit of a bent towards the vegan side of things as well. Stephanie Chipping asks, do the other restaurants have a vegan or a vegetarian option as well?
Yeah, every restaurant will always do. Like most places you go to, what we wanted to do is try and reverse that usual way of thinking when you've got majority meat and fish options and a minimal, veggie or vegan options. It's completely the other way around. The whole menu is basically vegan and vegetarian, and there's a tiny section with some naughty treats on. It's literally called the naughty list.
Okay, on a slightly more serious note, Sandra Louise Lambert asks, and this is your last one, in terms of she's had an issue with sort of COVID tests arriving late and what have you. Is there anything that can be done about it?
For when she's traveling, sorry?
Well, yeah, hold on a second. Let me just go back and find the question because it's probably a bit more fulsome than that. She said, Jack, a bit worried about the links for the COVID tests. They're coming too late for people to order if they're having a week's stay before the actual cruise date. Can we do anything about that?
So we've just announced a lot of the testing emails. If you want, I can, I've got the link for all of the upcoming voyages out of Barcelona. So if you want to drop me an email, then I can send that to you. That's no problem. An alternative possibly is to manually take an NHS test and register it. But, these ones should be able to do it. I've got the actual proper link, so you can do it and do it this way round.
Okay, well, what we'll do is you'll get everyone's details, Jack, anyway. So if you can do, then obviously, yeah, you've just posted your email address as well. Sandra Louise, if you wouldn't mind getting hold of Jack separately, then you can sort that out. Jack, thank you ever so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Please tell us about your prize and your question.
So I did mention it actually, so hopefully you were paying attention. So our question is, what is the name of our brand new ship that is sailing out of Barcelona? As a clue, she's just left the UK. She's on her way down there now. She'll be sailing in the Med 2022. And the prize is a fabulous bottle of Moet and Chandon, just like we would do on board with Shake for Champagne.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Just to reiterate that, it's a bottle of Moet Champagne, and it's the name of the brand new ship that is sailing on. She's on her way to the Med as we speak, but she's sailing out of Barcelona this summer. Wonderful, Jack. Good luck on your journey up to sunny Newbury. I hope you have a good evening up there, and we'll see you again soon, we hope.
Perfect. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Superb. Thank you ever so much. Right, it's now time. Javier from Melia Hotels, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you see me?
Fantastic. Very good to see you, Javier. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
It's a great pleasure to have you with us. Javier hasn't joined us in person before. We've had Melia on a few occasions in the past. So welcome to our events and welcome to this particular luxury webinar. Are you in the UK or are you in Spain? Where are you at the moment?
I'm based in Sevilla myself, in the very south of the country.
I know. Oh my goodness. So you're sitting in Sevilla. Okay, well, now you've made us all feel very, very jealous. So I take it the sun is shining where you are.
Great. Well, let's just share the screen.
Fantastic. I will leave you to it.
Perfect. Thank you, Simon. Well, I'm here. I'm Javier from Melia Hotels. We are going to talk about two of the new things taking place in the company at the moment. There are like many things coming on our pipeline, but we just have 10 minutes, so we are going to focus only in those two. I'm sure that you are all, or most of you are familiar with Melia Hotels brand. Just wanted to highlight that we are a company with more than 380 hotels in our portfolio, spread in like 40 countries, and family founded in 1956. But today we are only focusing on our Grand Melia brand, which is a top luxury brand within our hotels. It's basically only a 5% of our portfolio, together with Paradisus and Me by Melia are like our luxury brands in Melia Hotels. Brand Melia for us is, as I said, our top luxury brand. It's like a more traditional luxury brand, let's say that. And we say that we are the only Spanish luxury brand. We think that in Spain we do things like in a different way. We provide services a bit more passion, and we like, a life to live. So we try not to teach that to our guests. They are hotels. Normally focus on architecture. Architecture is something important, and some of our hotels, most of them actually have some historical background, like they have been like over former palaces, or built by really famous architects at that time. Our red level is our like VIP option in our Grand Melia hotels for our clients that are seeking for an extra VIP or luxury treatment. And of course, gastronomy, being a Spanish company, is something really important. We try to be ambassadors of the places where our hotels are located. So obviously, our gastronomy is always genuinely local. They are hotels, as I said, really thought to be on the places where the hotels are located. So clients staying in a Grand Melia are not going only to stay in a nice hotel. They are really going to be merged into the local culture, since experiences are something really important for us. In terms of spa and wellness facilities, we are partnered with Clarins, Tatcha, and Thai Room in our hotels, depending on the location. And 7 of our properties are already with leading hotels of the world, and we are also growing a lot with 4 properties already with Virtuoso and Fine Hotels and Resort program.
Donde brilla el sol y todas las experiencias. Porque también, donde nadie diga corte, justo cuando estás en el mejor momento. El paseo se considera deporte nacional. Y las sobremesas no tengan ninguna prisa. Es todo lo que hago en el donde nunca interpreto ningún papel, tan solo soy yo, volviendo a disfrutar. Sí, esto es verdad. Hotels and resorts.
Well, you have just seen, a little video, a little inspirational video of the brand. As I said, we focus a lot on the experiences. We like, to talk about this Spanish culture being, everywhere through our hotels. Most of our properties are currently in Europe. Basically, most of them in Spain. We have a property also in Rome. We are coming very soon with a new property in Milan. Just a property in America. We are growing a lot in Asia. But at this time, we are going to focus only in 2 of our properties that have, like new things to talk about. The first one is Hotel Colón. It's a Grand Melia hotel in Seville. As I said, in the very south of the country is where I'm the lucky one, having today 26 degrees and a very sunny day. And if you see, this background is a little bit different compared with other cities. And I think it's important that we start learning first, about the destination to really get to feel the hotel. We are now in a city with a lot of historical background, and I think it's the city probably with the most Spanish flavor in the country. I was born and raised in Madrid, but honestly, Seville, it's really something different, compared with other cities in Spain. We are in a hotel with also with a lot of history as well, more than 90 years being a reference of luxury in the city. The dome we see in this picture is original from the beginning, together with the facade and the marvelous staircase we're going to see in the next slide. The thing is that just this last summer, we completely refurbished our common areas in this property, and this is how they are all looking at the moment. For example, in our bar here, All the decoration we've made, even in the in the front side of the bar, is inspired, is 100% inspired in the city. These are craft ceramic. These are typical Spanish azulejos from the quarter of Triana. So this is really authentic and really focused into the local thing. Or for example, here in our library, we see that all the decoration we have, each bookshelf is dedicated to a different element of the local culture. For example, here, what we can see is everything themed in Semana Santa, in Holy Week, which is something really important in Sevilla. Part of the culture for us, as I mentioned, is gastronomy, is flamenco, but it's also the art. So that's why we decided that to create, like a little gallery inside of the hotel. Every room door is going to have a reproduction of a painting, like the one we can see on the right-hand side, and every floor is dedicated to a different painter. So it really looks, like an art gallery inside of our hallways. Sorry. If we continue, we are going to see, well, a little bit of the look and feel of the rooms. We have plenty of room categories. We are not going to go through all of them, but we work very well also with multi-generation bookings. We have like 2-bedroom suites, for example, up to 5 people, connecting rooms, family suites. We have plenty of options for that, and also very special rooms with private terrace and probably jacuzzi overlooking the cathedral. For example, that's ideal for couples or honeymooners. This is the look and feel of the rooms. Everything is like golden, black and white, quite functional, despite the historical background of the hotel. And here are like some of the new things. We have just created on the upper picture, you're gonna see our new abaceria. It's our new food and beverage outlet in the hotel. It's 100% civilian style. It's a typical place where you can have like a good cheese, good ham, paired with a very good reference of sherry wine. For example, that's the kind of concept. It's more of a tapas style restaurant. Our red level lounge on the right hand side. Right below we have the terrace of our Burladero restaurant that has also been refurbished during this period. This is like more like our fine dining option in the hotel. And last but not least, we have here our plunge pool with panoramic views over the city. The weather is very nice all year long here in Seville, but even in winter time, you can take advantage of it because water is heated in winter time. Well, as I anticipate coming soon, we have a new Grand Melia coming in the beautiful island of Mallorca. It's our Villa Leblanc, our Grand Melia hotel. I don't know if you are familiar with Menorca, but it's a beautiful island very close to Mallorca Island. It's a UNESCO World Heritage site. The whole environment is protected, and there are like many hotels on that area. We are in a privileged beach in the beach of San Tomás. Well, you'd see, how Menorca looks like. It's like full of tiny white houses, little villages. It's a really cozy environment. This is how the hotel, these are all renders. The hotel is under construction at the moment. We are opening on August 1st. And sales are already open there, so you can start booking from now. You see that all the design is really merged into the local style, very white, very Mediterranean style, and of course, food is something quite important as in all of the Grand Melia properties. That could be everything from my side. Any questions you may have, please do not hesitate to let me know.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Javier. That was superb. If you can exit your screen sharing, that would be great.
Great.
Okay. Right. Okay. In terms of the, I've got a couple of questions for you. If I can be, I'll be as brief as I can. I've got Cheryl who asks, the new property, the one in Mallorca that you've just been highlighting, you said it's opening in August. Is it August the 1st? Is that when you said it's opening?
August the 1st. Okay.
And for that property, I know you ran through it very briefly and you didn't have a lot of chance, but she also asks, is it more, is that an adult's property, or is that a family property as well?
It's going to be also for families. It's not an adults only.
Okay. And your property in Sevilla, which is where you are currently, obviously enjoying the sunshine. What time of year would you? It's Jack who asked me. What time of year would you recommend is the best time of year to visit Seville?
Well, definitely, you should avoid July and August. It's just too warm in here. I think Christmas time is really special because we have very mild winters here, and the city is beautiful on Christmas. But the most special time to come is in spring. Yeah, basically, yeah, March to me it's ideal. From April and May, prices can go a little bit higher, but March is perfect for that. And also September and October is like a second spring for us.
I was in Malaga over Easter, which was beautiful, and I saw on 3 different places. I saw the processions. Which were absolutely stunning, and I'm guessing they're even more stunning in Sevilla as well.
They are, yes. It's something really, really important here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, thank you ever so much for your presentation. We really appreciate that. I'm going to ask you to round off now by telling us what your wonderful prize is and your question as well, Javier.
Great. So, well, the price is a 2-night stay at our beautiful Hotel Colonna Gran Melia Hotel with bed and breakfast included. And the question is, it's something related with history. Besides the magnificent dome, which are the other historical elements of our Hotel Colonna Gran Melia Hotel?
Okay, so this is putting people to the test, which is good. That's what we like. So just to recap on that. The wonderful prize is a 2-night stay for 2 people with breakfast included at the Hotel Colón. And the question is, besides the magnificent dome, which other historical architectural elements are apparent for the Hotel Colón Gran Melia Hotel? Don't forget, everyone. Okay, sorry, yeah. So don't forget, everyone. You go to the website travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition to enter. Thank you very much for that, Javier. We'll see you again in about 10 or 12 minutes' time when we say goodbye to everyone. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now it's time for our final presentation of this wonderful luxury webinar. Last but by very no means least, please welcome the wonderful Shola. Are you there, Shola?
Yes, I am here. Thank you.
There she is. Okay, good. Okay. Now, tell me, Shola, what have you thought so far? What has excited you so far? Tell us where you'd like to go out of the ones you've seen.
I have to say, Virgin Voyages, I'm not much of a cruise person, but I have never considered it, and now I will. It was a really good presentation. I'm quite impressed at how it seems a lot more updated, if you like, than I expected.
It's more Shola than you thought it was going to be.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I must admit, I'm torn between some of the properties. I have to say, the Caribbean always is exciting, but you've got something to tell us about which no one knows as much as you do, I'm sure. But you're going to enlighten us as to why we should look at Saudi. So please share your screen and off you go, and I'll see you in 10.
Perfect. Thank you, Simon. Okay, let's share my screen. Hopefully you can all see that nicely. So, hello everybody and welcome to the Saudi training session. So my name is Shola Thompson and I am head of trade for Saudi. Now, a lot of people haven't been, and that's primarily because Saudi only opened up its doors to leisure tourism in 2019. Prior to that, it would receive millions of tours millions of people would travel, but it was for pilgrimages only. And because 2019 was such an amazing year for us, we wanted to be able to showcase as much as possible what the destination has to offer, hence why I'm here with you today. So first and foremost, I am going to show you a quick video, just because I think visuals go a really long way in just addressing some perhaps preconceived and pre-existing ideas that you may have around the destination off the bat. So here we go.
Our planet never ceases to amaze us. The best is always waiting to be discovered. Every corner hides unseen treasures. In unknown places, treasures of breathtaking beauty that leave you spellbound, where you can reach new heights and feel on top of the world. Run your fingers along the relics of a rich past. Discover new places where you can leave your mark. Be the first to witness a land of fascinating journeys. Where in the world could this be? Saudi. Welcome to Arabia.
So as you can see, it's not just a huge desert, it's absolutely diverse and really does have a lot to offer, from its heritage right through to really welcoming people. So I hope you did enjoy that video and it addressed maybe some of your surface level perceptions. So Saudi itself began issuing visas, as I mentioned, and their tourist visas in 2019. And that was just part of the kingdom's vision and its 2030 vision. And it decided to open up to tourism, both culturally as well as economically. And that was the idea behind it, was really to be able to diversify away from oil and to create a vibrant city. Mostly also because the nation is extremely young and 2/3 of the population is under the age of 30. So it really sees tourism as an integral part of its journey in terms of empowering the locals and creating jobs for its youth. It's also really important to note that the empowerment of women and gender equality is also a very big part of the Vision 2030. Now, in terms of how to get there, you can get there with British Airways and Saudia, and that's flying out of Heathrow directly into Riyadh. But there are 27 different domestic airports throughout Saudi. So in terms of flying from some of the other GCC countries or twin centering with the Indian Ocean, it's also extremely easy to do so. Now, a bit of information about the destination when you're there. First and foremost, you do need a visa to get to Saudi. It costs £100, and that's really easy to do. You just register on the Mekim website. You get the application through in about 10 minutes. You don't need PCR. You don't need to be vaccinated. It's completely open to all tourists. And when you are there, English is spoken really widely. Even the road signs are in English, so extremely easy to be able to get around. When you are there, it's worth noting that for men and women, you just need to be covered just below your arms and just below your knees. However, if you're going to be on the beach, for example, Speedos, bikinis, absolutely fine. Just double check with the establishment, the hotel, just to make sure that that is the case. But the majority of hotels allow swimming costumes, especially if you're doing boat tours as well, then again, absolutely fine. Also worth noting that alcohol is prohibited at the moment. So you can't bring it into the country, you can't consume it in any way, but that could potentially change in the not too distant future, but it's worth noting. And also, there are no issues with unmarried couples sharing a hotel room, just in case anybody was wondering about that. So just to give you a bit more information about the destination itself and actually what Saudi looks like, it's the 12th largest country, so it's extremely diverse. I mean, the landscape completely changes from the north right through to the south. So I'm just going to give you a real whistle-stop tour. First and foremost, this is Riyadh, the capital, and the tall building you can see there is actually home also to the Four Seasons. But this is, you know, a really incredible metropolitan hub. So you'll have everything from boutique restaurants, and there'll be souks, amazing museums. It really is it can really offer most things from a main city. Now, just 20 minutes outside is Diriyah. Diriyah is a mud brick city, and it's actually one of our UNESCO World Heritage sites. And across the road, they're actually developing the area to create a pedestrianised destination with high-end restaurants like Haksan and 5-star luxury hotels as well. But you can tour Diriyah which is the birthplace of the first Islam state, or Saudi state rather. This is about 90 minutes outside of Riyadh, and it's called Edge of the World. You can hike, you can do a 4x4, you can do a camel ride right to the top and enjoy, you know, a nice coffee or some tea. It's absolutely stunning, really beautiful scenes. Al-Hasa is actually also connected, is next door to Dammam, and Dammam is connected with a 25-kilometer bridge to Bahrain. So again, amazing opportunities for twin centering, but this is another one of our world's UNESCO World Heritage Sites too. This is a date farm that you're looking at, just in case you're wondering. Just to touch on the fact that it does snow in Saudi, and this is in Tabuk up in the north, really great for adventure destinations. And then we have Alula. Now, Alula is considered one of our most iconic cities, and a lot of people have probably heard of Alula. They're doing a great job with their own representation in the UK as well. It's about an hour outside of Riyadh as well as Jeddah. And here you can find everything from zip lining to stargazing. I went to an outdoor art installation exhibition, which was incredible, but it's really also known as a living museum, and it tells the story of about 200,000 years of human history. It's absolutely incredible. It's also home to Hegra, which looks like Petra, but and that's just because the Nabatean civilization came down from Jordan, and we have about nearly 140 of these tombs. So again, this is just a quick view of what some of them look like, but you can go inside, and it's again absolutely fascinating. To give you an idea of some of the accommodation in Alula, I stayed in one of these RV caravans, but we also have luxury accommodations such as Banyan Tree that's just opened up as well, actually. You can also find in Saudi gorgeous beaches, such as what you can see here, pristine beaches in Umluj. And we have amazing diving. Of course, we're on the Red Sea, so it's absolutely fantastic. We've got Jeddah. Jeddah is our second largest city, just outside, after Riyadh, that is. And Jeddah is home to a number of different events, from the Red Sea Film Festival right through to Formula One. We've got the Dakar Rally Festival, so there's a wide variety of things. But you've also then got Al Balad, and Al Balad is this coral stone building, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's a labyrinth of amazing alleyways. I think I spent about 4 hours here. It's fascinating, and the locals, you can really get to grips with the locals when you spend time there. This is just because it looks beautiful, but this is Asir. And then also to note, in Cake you can find, this is the Royal Gardens, the Royal Greens Golf and Country Club, just to showcase another side of what's available in Saudi, but also Cake is great for diving. And this is just to showcase what Saudi has to offer in the future. Just to touch on some of them, we've got the Red Sea Project. Red Sea Project is 90 islands. They're natural islands that are being built on. It's going to have 50 hotels, an airport. Phase 1 should be finished by the end of this year, beginning of next year. We have Amala, which is going to be known as the Saudi Riviera, ultimate luxury. And then you have Neom in the north, and Neom is going to be known as the city of the future because it's going to have zero cars, zero emissions, and it will be absolutely fascinating. And in a nutshell, that is your tour of Saudi. I hope you've got some questions. I try to keep within my time.
You've done an amazing job, Charlotte. You've done an absolutely amazing job. I'm very, very, very impressed. You, compared to the last one, you've gone round everywhere so fast. So fantastic. Well done, you. I won't delay you because I've got a couple of questions. Stephanie Chipping has more than one question, so I'm just gonna quickly pop back to her questions because she's got a few. And she asks, in terms of female solo travelers, what would you recommend? Can they go on anything from a tour point of view, or what would you recommend? How would you recommend they sort of try and treat the whole Saudi experience?
So typically speaking, because it's so diverse and there's so many different cities to visit, I would suggest a tour is probably best, working with a DMC to create the itinerary. You do have a lot of solo female influencers that travel and do their own itinerary. You can hire a car and it's absolutely safe to be able to do so. But I think at the moment, if you have a DMC that you're working with, if not, I can recommend one. That would be the best way to go because they can really create the best itinerary for you as a solo traveler.
Okay, I don't want you to go into a sort of long list because obviously we know where that goes. But would you be able to sort of message Stephanie or email her with a few DMCs that she could suggest or she can use going forward as well? One of the other questions that I've been asked as well is in terms of the obvious things like food, transport, sightseeing. How would you say it fits into the sort of expense side of things? Is it similar to London, or is it more, I don't know, sort of Eastern sort of European costs, or where does it fit?
Definitely closer to London than Eastern European side. So you are going to be looking at spending, let's just say, about £7 to £10 for a mocktail, let's say. Hopefully that gives you a nice idea. What
about food? If you have 4 of you eating, could you sort of plan on sort of £25 a head, or
I'd say slightly more. You're looking at more £30 to £35 per person.
Okay. And do you get a good diversity of restaurant opportunities, that sort of thing, within the cities? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I went to a cliff top restaurant which was Greek in Alula, absolutely delicious. But I also went to a fusion of Lebanese and Afghani was the restaurant as well. So it can dramatically vary. Or if you want Dunkin' Donuts, there's Dunkin' Donuts too.
Don't you go downhill on us like that. Don't you offer Dunkin' Donuts. Right, I'm going to give you one last question. Deborah Dixon asks, any uplift in terms of extra flight opportunities coming in either from Manchester or anywhere else up north?
Yeah, so Manchester did have a British Airways flight pre-COVID. In 2019, it launched with one, and that's going to be resuming. We don't know the date yet, but hopefully this side of the year, this side of the year. We're hoping.
So you'll say hopefully this year anyway?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay.
Saudia, the national carrier.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you ever so much, Charlotte. I really appreciate that. You've done a sterling job of running through 9 different regions or whatever it is in no time at all. So that's superb. Please tell us, to sort of round things off, if you can do, your prize and your question.
Of course. So the prize is a fam trip place to Saudi. That's going to be taking place at the end of the year. We're looking at from October, November time. And the question is, when did Saudi open its doors to leisure tourists?
Okay, so you've got it. That's a wonderful fam trip place that that hopefully a few of us will get invited. I don't know. That hopefully you'll be able to join Shola on at the end of the year. The question is, when did Saudi open its doors? What year was that in terms of tourism? So fantastic. Thank you for that, Shola. Don't forget, everyone, if you want to join the competition, go to travelbulletin.co.uk/webinar competition. We're coming to the end of our Travel Bulletin webcast. As always, if you need a recap of any of the training in terms of what you've heard today, you will be able to watch the recorded version, which cuts out most of my waffle, which will be very welcome, I'm sure, to you. That'll be on our website tomorrow morning and on our Facebook page and on YouTube. I'd like to do 2 things before we close it. Number 1, if you are anywhere up near Newcastle, like you are, Kathleen, if you're anywhere up there and you have yet to register to join us for our event that we're holding next Tuesday evening, which is a Caribbean event, then please go to our website, travelbulletin.co.uk/events, and sign up and join us, because we've got I think 5 or 6 wonderful suppliers joining us, and we've still got some spaces agents wise. So if you haven't done that already, do so. If you're in the Swindon area, the week after, we've got a fantastic a fantastic live event on the Tuesday evening, which is the 17th. Again, go to that. I've still got plenty of spaces for agents on that one as well. The Southampton one has still got a few spaces. That's the night before on the 16th. The Manchester one next Monday is chocker. So don't sign up to that one if you haven't already, because we've got more agents than we know what to do with. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this afternoon. You've been treated to some wonderful training today. Let's give a huge thanks to our partners, Steve, Nisa, Anna, Jack, Javier and Shola. Please come all on, if you can, come back online, everyone. And thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. And thank you very much, wonderful suppliers for joining us and giving us some training. Please give everyone a big wave goodbye, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you ever so much. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.